And what we've tried to do over the years is to learn what we could do to help.
The volunteers all care very much. Every hour that they give is voluntary.
It can be time consuming, but at the end of the day it is very gratifying.
So you're not going to be able to give someone a house when they haven't got one, but you can just be something regular and consistent in their lives, and I think that's what the People Kitchen is to homeless people in Newcastle. So,
for 3 decades, the People's Kitchen has provided a unique service to Newcastle's homeless and most vulnerable people. And the story of the People's Kitchen boils down to 3 basic human needs: friendship, food and futures.
What we've got here tonight is a typical evening where we're serving 140 hot meals to the vulnerable and homeless of our great city of Newcastle. We call them our friends rather than clients, and they come from many different backgrounds, very wide age spectrum as well. But most of all is that we're here to provide friendship, food, clothing, and we actually also do referrals for accommodation and healthcare provision. What we're about really over the last 30 years is and that's 30 years our birthday this year, is about, with all our volunteers, is about providing support to those vulnerable in the evenings when other agencies are closed.
In 1985, Alison Kay decided to set up an organisation after reading about the death of a homeless man in the Evening Chronicle. Within a year, she had 40 helpers on board, and the first People's Kitchen was inaugurated. Today, the People's Kitchen has turned into a massive operation, providing some 600 3-course meals a week, from food donated to the charity's Riverside warehouse.
In this warehouse, we store non-perishable food, which is brought down here. It's supplied by schools, churches, women's institutes, individuals. Everybody brings a smallish amount, and when it all adds up, we end up with the stocks which will last us for about a year. The cooks decide what they want to make. They make up an order list, which is then sent down to us. We make the orders up depending on what they want. Sometimes if we know what they're making and we have little bits of extras that we can put in, we'll do that. And then the orders are put into the cages, which the van drivers then come down and collect. In theory, it shouldn't work, but it does. You know, there's that many people, all individuals, all the different teams, but everybody seems to pull together. And it does, it just works somehow.
They're down on their luck, and you know, it could happen to any of us, circumstances, and when you go into some of the stories you realise that there but for the grace of God go I. It happens to ordinary well-meaning people, and you know, things happen in life and they lose control and become lonely, for instance, and come here for companionship, which we try and offer apart from hot food.
We're not here to see through one another, which is the important thing, and we're here to see one another through. And that's what I and my trustees and the Kitchen Council, we have an operating management council, we all strive to see one another through, whether we're volunteers or friends. And that's why I think the model works. We are a unique model. We're not the normal charity model, we're a unique model, and it's worked and is sustainable.